Okay, put that down. Oh, come on. It's like always in the wrong spot. I swear to gosh, it's always in the wrong spot. Oh, messages. Okay, guys. Good morning. Yo, Ange. By the way, we're going to hashtag blame Coffee Joe today because yesterday was a blame Yo Ange day. It really was. I don't. If you guys know, you know. You guys saw my video, my shorts. I honestly didn't think it was going to rain, even though it looked overcast, because it kept saying it was overcast. It was going to be overcast, 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 overcast. That's all it kept saying for the most part. And you know what? Then it wasn't overcast. Then it was like actually pouring rain. Hi, Zambrano. Good morning. But yeah. Hashtag Yo Ange cannot tell the weather. Yo Ange a mess. It was like, honestly, we got 2 blocks from the apartment. All right. And then suddenly poured. Hey, Mika. Hi, darling. Good morning. By the way, everybody make sure you say to everyone you see, rabbit. That shares the good luck for the next month. It is April 1st, and I think it was Liza. Liza got me this morning. I always want to be the first one, and I swear to God, I always miss out. Hey, Tanya, let me flip you guys around. We're going to go for a little walk at Strange Conversations Day. Michelle King, good to see you. Oh, damn, it is bright. Good morning, Tanya. By the way, check it out. Blue skies, no clouds. Apparently, they moved through. We got no clouds. So we're going to take a walk, find a coffee shop. I have only had coffee and like a scoop of peanut butter this morning. Hello, Walt Money. Yes, Liza, you got me, damn it. You got me. She did. She got me in Discord. She was the first one. She remembered. She must have been planning. I swear. Marie Bocca, good to see you. It is gorgeous outside. Chilly. It's a little chilly. It's going to stay a little chilly. That's okay. No big deal. Throw on a sweatshirt. I'm not pulling out the damn puffy jacket again, unless I really, really have to. But we don't want to. I know, she sat up all night plotting. She probably has a pre-programmed thing that was just rabbit. Oh, man. She got me. But I love it. I love it that somebody else did it. Szabados, good to see you. Hello, Hassan. Happy April Fool's Day, guys. I gotta think of something for Joe. You guys are gonna have to help me because Joe hasn't been watching the live streams back lately, so we can plot and plan against him. We're gonna have to do something. I don't know what it is. You know, that can also be part of the Strange Conversations today. I already have a thought process. I had one thought process, one topic, and did a whole, look at those puppies. Did a whole thing about it, was thinking about it, was gonna do it, and then you know what? Sidetrack. Because why? I don't know. I can. Christopher Dots. How are you? Christopher Dotson. How are you doing? Lori C. Good to see you. Treat 99. Good morning. Look at, they got all their, who's buying these? Can somebody tell, is somebody actually buying these? They look like they would bust up in a fraction of a second. Good to see everybody here this morning. April is here. It is the month of the Aries and the beginning of the Taurus. We just taking over the world. 2 signs that are like, damn. Like I've said, in our household, it is the damn clash of the Titans. We have an Aries, a Taurus, and a Leo. Oh, Lord, somebody help us. You're an Aries, Laura? Lori? I know. Hi, Ollie. Good morning. It is a gorgeous day here in New York City. I think the temps, listen, don't trust me on the weather, okay? Just gonna say it, don't trust me. Because half the time I don't know what I'm talking about. Sweetie, good to see you. Everybody, your coffees. But if you saw the thumbnail, I don't know if you did, some people just click on the notification, which I am so grateful for. But yeah, today's topic is going to be in regards to Easter, because that's only in a couple weeks. You know, everything is getting flooded out there with the Easter candy. So that's what we're going to talk about. But we could talk about April Fools because I got to think of something for Joe. I swear, I used to do April Fools. That was like a big thing for me. Look, they got Easter little... Nobody's buying oranges for Easter. Just going to say, hey, Pat Drummond. The Easter parade, yeah. And honestly, I don't think anybody's buying mangoes for their Easter basket. Oh, you went last year, Christopher? Yes. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's like a very chill event. No barricades. I love that. You can basically walk up and down Fifth Avenue in that section, which is fabulous. Alexander, always good to see you. Hello with the Russian name. Good morning. I can't read that. I can't read Russian. Hi, Classy Coco. Robert's live streaming. Good to see all you guys in here. Yes, we are vertical again. It's the algorithm. Also, it's Strange Conversations. I always go vertical on Strange Conversations, just about. Look at, he got a wrap done to his thing. Yeah, da-da-da-da. We're going to find somewhere to sit down and maybe grab a nibble. I don't know. We will see. Look at that little Shiba. Little Shiba Inu.
Because they're going to start giving you medicine for your eyes and your eyes.
Samantha, hello. Welcome in. Good to see you. Ooh, the best of spring over at Housing Works. Yes, please talk in English, speak in English, type in English. It's the only language I'm fluent in, except for an itty bitty bit of Spanish, which is, you know, SOCKS. Little joke on the channel, SOCKS. But yeah, we're going to take a walk down. We're going to actually walk down Broadway. Usually we go down to Amsterdam. But I'm going to see if I can find someplace along Broadway to go have a nibble. Yes, post those socks, guys. Post them. Hey, Desert Guy. Good to see you. Welcome in, folks. If you're new here, wondering what the hell is this channel about, basically, it's about life in New York City. I take you guys on walks, and we go to events and parades, and on the weekends, and then Thursday nights, it includes my partner in crime, the Hubs. But for the most part, it's just life in New York. I do live in Manhattan, so we get to see a lot. And it also gives you guys a chance to see what it's really like in New York. There's always those fables and tales, but this really shows you life in New York. How many degrees is it today? It's probably going to be about 50. Now, I do talk in Fahrenheit. I can't do this whole Celsius of add 28, divide by 2, and I don't know, add pi. I don't understand. I can't do that. So everybody always tells me what it is. You know what? It doesn't stick. For whatever reason, it doesn't stick. Probably because I never feel like it's. And even though it is, it just never sticks. Octaviano. Welcome in. Oh, Starbucks. See, we don't want to go to Starbucks because one, Starbucks never has outdoor seating. And my thing is, I like to sit outside, al fresco, and be able to people watch while we do this. Because I feel like that's cool. I like it. Good morning, McButts. Steak? Well, it's a little early for steak. I mean, anything can be for breakfast. It is almost, we're heading in towards lunchtime, noon. But, I mean, I could. You have steak and eggs. We just have to find some place that's doing it. It's going to be a little chilly, though, I will tell you. I am going to have to say that. Okay, I'm not going to get run over by a car, so I'm I can't do Celsius or metric either. I can't. People keep telling me this formula. If my brain could retain formulas, do you think I would be doing YouTube and what I do? Joe's brain is like that. Joe can retain formulas. And that's why he does what he does. That's why he's a metallurgist. And I am not. I'm more of an intuitive person. Not a formulaic. It's just my makeup. Hello, Karina. Welcome in, RJ. All right, we're already at 93. We just booking today. We like running down the street, it feels like. But that's okay. What are they doing here? Oh, movers. First of the month. And into the first of the month, it's moving day. Oh, damn. They got a crane. What are they moving? Look at, they got a crane over there. Oh. It's chilly today, and tomorrow we'll be in the 50s, then back to the 70s. Hey, good morning, Brian Davis. Hi, how are ya? How are ya? What? Oh, he walking around with clothes. Yes, it is. It's April Fool's Day. We'll have to see if we get a bunch of fools in here. I love it. I was going to say, how is he keeping that drink from spilling all over the place? I don't know. But what are you guys up to today? Anything interesting? Anything good? It's Tuesday. Tuesday's like that day that you actually get work done, I feel. Monday, you go in, it's a flurry. Flurry of, it's like catching up from all the crazy that happened over the weekend or that didn't get done on Friday. That's how I feel. Wednesday, we're working, but we're heading in, we're thinking, okay, we got to get this stuff done because Thursday we don't want to do it because that's the beginning of the weekend, and Friday, well, that's just a shit show. My favorite city, of course, is New York. You got to love where you live. You never get caught up, Darlene? I know. I got stuff to do too. In fact, today is going to be my day of reaching out to all the clients and being like, all right, where are we standing on this project? Where is this? I got to keep them on track. You can't let them to their own devices because they'll forget. And then all of a sudden, because you didn't keep them on track, they're way behind and they need it yesterday. So, look at this little puppy. Oh my goodness. Is such a happy baby. Hi, Lewis. Look at that cute little peanut. Oh, he just wants to say hi. And by the way, Bods, as you know, please let me know if the stream gets blurry. And I'll refresh. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat. The sun is super bright. But I'll try to keep an eye on it. Oh my God, look at this dog walker. What has he got? He got a whole entourage of a mixture of dogs. Look at that. That's crazy. We're going. Look at this dog. Oh my God. Look at them all. Like for real. Yes, happy April 1st, everybody.
I don't know.
That's a lot of dogs. Barzini's, I would not buy anything from there. Don't do it. Hi, Phyllis. Right, that was a lot of dogs to walk. But dog walking is a thing here. It's an actual job. People have careers out of being a dog walker. Because think about it. You have to control, like that guy had like what, 9 dogs? He had like 9 dogs with him. I didn't count, but I'm guessing. I thought I saw 5 and another 4. That's a lot of dogs to handle. And those were all different sizes. I don't know how the hell you do that. That was crazy. Kooky. Dog walkers here make good money. Like I said, people have a whole damn career out of walking dogs. For real. We may end up at the regular coffee shop that we go to all the time. I don't see one before then. Outside. We'll have to cut over. That's okay. We can do it. She got her little mittens on. She chilly. She chilly Willy Penguin. Right? The tips alone might be big. All you need is one stubborn beagle to mess up the walk. Could you imagine that? A beagle or a dachshund? Any dog, pretty much like that kind of hound, they get their own mind. They honestly do. They're like, oh, you think you're going to control me? Hell to the no. Yeah, that's what happens. They say hell to the no. Hell to the no. Ooh, look. This tree right here, those cherry blossoms, those are ready almost. Those are going to pop any day now. I know. I can't. Look at, there he is. How many dogs has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, damn it. I would keep up the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dogs. He has 8 dogs. 8 dogs on a leash. Oh my God. 8. 8 times 4, that's 32 legs. Plus your 2, it's 34 legs, all walking at the same time. Oh my God. Oh my God. ABX, how are you? Good to see everybody this morning. We're stretching our legs a little bit before we get settled with some coffee or some nibbles. I'm hungry, but yo, what do I want? I don't know. Not sitting out in front of Key Foods, that's for sure. $15 an hour? I think that's not even include tips. This is my speed. I could maybe handle 2. We used to have 2 dogs, but they got old. Uh-oh, look at this. I didn't even realize what I'm next to. Oh, film crew. Where are they filming? They're filming something here. Good morning, Adriana. Yeah, that's like a whole dog sled team, right? I've actually experienced the dog sled in the summer where they do the practice and stuff with dog sleds in Alaska. I have done it. I've done it. See, I'm surprising ya. Oh. Look at Mimi's Pizza. Mimi's Pizza has little things, but I don't know if I trust Mimi's Pizza. I don't know. Look at this. These are all the trailers for a movie shoot. Movie or television show. Probably television. I'm going to guess it's that, Law and Order SVU. They're always up here on the Upper West Side. Good morning, Patrick. How are you? Good to see ya. Good to see you guys. On Order, SVU. I've never seen one episode. Isn't that terrible? Oh, what's the deal with it? We might even make it all the way down to 72nd Street the way I'm walking. I don't know. Okay, they're not moving. We're going. All right, there's a lot of cords over here, which makes me think, and there's police, which makes me think that they're shooting it down this area. Ooh. Because these will be like offices, bathrooms. One street will be dedicated to the food. Oh, look, there's a tree that's blooming. I always wonder, do those little pop-outs really give you that much room? Like, they give you that much more room? Like, that's, I guess it's a foot. Adds an extra foot. It's like, what, a desk? Have to have a little pop-out. Look at this big dog sitting here. This is the walker. He's stopping at every single one. Craft services. Go to craft services for breakfast. Pretend I'm like part of the crew. Is that what you mean? And you're just part of the crew. We are currently, guys, walking down Broadway. You want to be a star, Lori Malore? You are. You a superstar. We all want to be a star. Okay, I don't know. I guess they have a red. Okay, they do. Okay, this is a new little place over here in the corner. This is a new place in the corner. Sabda's Coffee, Comforts, and Fine Food. We're going to try this place. How about that? Okay, this is new. I keep seeing it on the corner. We're going to go in. Hang on. Push, pull. Wrong door. I don't know. Comfort foods. What do they mean? What kind of comfort foods do they got going on in here? Mini pizzas. What the hell? Tuna crusted. What? They got tuna, chicken. Okay. Mini olives. What? It's very odd. Java. Yeah, Java. Cracking up sea salt, everything bagel, crackers, almonds. Okay. We are going to get a coffee, I think. Let's do that. Let's see what they got going on up here. Tuna focaccia. Let me know how the stream is. I can't tell, guys. Tea and beverages. Coffee. We're just going to do a coffee. We're just going to do a regular cappuccino with heavy cream. Sounds good. Do I order there? Okay. I'm going to get a cappuccino. Do you guys have half and half or cream?
Yeah.
With cream, please. And that's it. Okay. Stream's perfect. Okay, good. I mean, I would get something to eat, but I don't see anything. I mean, they have stuff here, but it's not enough for me to pick. You know, tahini, they have yogurt, Greek yogurt, raspberries, blueberries, and honey. But it has honey. I can't do the honey. Ugh. Plus, we don't need to do yogurt while we're walking. That could be dangerous. Thanks so much, Lori. Treat 99 speaks Lori now. I love that. So this is the new place. But look. Look at those. Those look really good though, don't they? They look delicious. It is kosher. This is the certification of kashrut, which means it's kosher. It's from the rabbi. Thank you. Hang on. We got to try the new places, folks. Okay, now we can go outside. I'm just going to have more coffee, and then we'll figure out. What we're doing. If we're going to have to get lunch. Oh, I keep wanting to go out the wrong door, guys. For real. I say we sit here. Here's good to me. They got a chair. They got a table. I'm good. Right? We can understand your thumb typing. Hey, I got fat thumbs too. It's a thing. It's a thing. Let me pull out my other phone. I got a lot of phones. This is an old phone. Now, this phone is probably newer than Fafo's phone, but you know, it's what it is. Oh, but you know what's funny is I didn't get my notes. Damn. I took all these notes for this thing today and I didn't grab them. How funny am I? Lord, save me. We just need more coffee. We need more coffee or something. Sean the Great. Ooh, the coffee's good. Hey, Sean the Great Gamer. This city? New York. As in New York City. As in Manhattan. As in the Big Apple. The whole goddamn pie. Anywho. You guys ready? Okay. So I put up here that I was thinking about this. I was going to do a whole podcast about music. I was getting deep too. But then I got distracted. And what did I get distracted with? That it's April. As in the most awesome city ever. Yeah, there you go, Adriana. I got, with chat and vertical, it's going to be I don't even know what Toe Rick's Harder is. Oh, New York City, I should have known. So anyway, I'm just friendly, kind. That's cool, Sean the Great Gamer. I totally appreciate ya. Just hanging out. Hey, David Valentine. We need about 5 more of these. But anyway, I got distracted that it's April now. I know I'm gonna wing it. Oh, thanks. It's a mess. But because April is a month of birthdays for our family. My son's birthday, my family. This is birthday kind of thing. So April, and then you throw in Easter. So it's like month of being broke. It's a broke month. Greetings to you. Hey, Mrs. Metalhead, happy Tuesday to you. By the way, Mrs. Metalhead, rabbit. And happy April Fool's Day, guys. Now, I could have been like every other streamer or person who puts out videos, and on April Fool's Day, they always go, I'm quitting, April Fools. We don't do that, okay? But, so yeah, I was distracted because Easter's coming, and Easter used to be a huge holiday. Yes, it is my birthday month. Huge holiday in my family. I think in every family that's like recovering Catholics, as I call them. or Catholic or religious or whatever, Christian, it's huge. It's massive. Hi, Viking. How are you? I hope you're feeling good. But, and regardless that we may be very big into the whole Easter thing, you know, because it's supposed to be it's a religious holiday, the day that he's risen, blah, 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 blah. You go to church, you got to wear your big Sunday dress, you know, little Easter bonnet, which is basically some white straw hat, some kind of straw hat with flowers in it. But let's talk about what that day really meant to us. And to us, I mean, us as children. Easter's not really for the adults. Come on, we know this. Easter's not for the adults. Hey, Carl Roth, good to see you. Every child wanted Easter. Now, I grew up in Michigan, Metro Detroit area. Actually, Detroit, kind of pretty much. Some other people just made jokes, make funny things. It was just a prank. I was just kidding. Yeah. You got tricked already for April Fools already? Holy crap. But for me, as a kid, it was all about the damn Easter basket and the Easter candy. That's what it was for me. I don't know about you guys. I almost feel like Easter squeezed out Halloween. Because for Easter, you didn't have to do any work, right? You didn't have to do any work. You just woke up, and the work you had to do was to find your Easter basket. Because our Easter baskets were always hidden. Carl, as a Catholic, Easter was always a fun time to get together with family. We went to church and did all that stuff, but it was really, yeah, it's always about the family getting together. You saved all your Easter bunnies from your grandma? Really? Oh my God, that's so cool. But honestly, for us, it was the Easter basket, having to go find it, you know, whatever that was. It was like a game. You woke up and it was a game. And it was like better than Christmas, because Christmas, you just woke up and you had to wait until they released the Kraken of you to go open your gifts. The Easter eggs phenomena was key to your celebration. And then years later, of course, the cold beers. See? Yes, chocolate rabbits. We got change purses in our basket. Every time we weren't looking, our mom slipped in more change. We thought we had magic chain purses. Oh my God, I love that. That's funny. That's a really cute idea. That's a cute idea. Super cute. But you know what I mean? Like Halloween, you had to go and beg for your candy. You had to go door to door to beg for your candy. You had to put on a damn costume. You had to do that. And then, you know, you got real lazy as you became a teenager. And it was like, you know what I mean? Christmas was just like, you had to be good. That's the whole thing. You had to be good for Christmas. So the weeks leading up to Christmas was like full of paranoia. You know what I mean? You were constantly thinking, oh my God, was I good enough? Did Santa see that? Oh my God. And then they had that freaking elf thing in there, the elf on the shelf. Save us. Please, somebody save me. Stoner Dan, how are you? Oh my God, Stoner Dan, I am dead. Your dad hid the basket in the oven, and then your mom didn't realize and preheated the oven. All the candy melted. Oh no, that's a shit show of epic proportions. Hi, Arjan. Oh my God. Sean says Easter sounds cool, and hey, I'm a good, wise person, a good Samaritan. I'll do my best. There you go. But Easter, that was the holiday that started out with a game. You woke up, I don't know about you guys, but our Easter baskets were always hidden. And you had to find your Easter basket. You know what I mean? You had to find it. And to me, that was the best. You started out a game trying to find your Easter basket, and then you'd see your brothers and sisters getting their baskets. I mean, if you weren't an only child. And then you were like, oh my God, where is it? Now, if you were an only child, like my son was, we all know you always had the biggest and the bestest Easter basket. Like the Easter basket you got, if you were an only child, that Easter basket was the size that you could literally sit in. Okay? Everybody who was an only child, raise your hand. I wasn't. My son was. But we always get him a basket that was honestly the size of his table. We were ridiculous. We were warm or cold when we looked. I'm sad because I don't have any family. So, well, you have us. We're gonna all be hanging out, Samantha. You guys hit the matzahs. You get the biggest basket, right? You were comparing your baskets. You were wondering what color your basket was. Now, some families, like Joe's family, the Easter basket was carried over from year to year to year. And they were shitty looking baskets. I'm just gonna say they were awful. Like, I saw the baskets that they always had. They sucked, okay? And like my family, super poor. Super incredibly poor. Okay, there were 6 kids in the family, 5 for the longest time, and then my little brother was born. But we had 6 kids in our family. Our Easter baskets were at least better looking than that. And they usually change because we didn't save the baskets. God knows the baskets were torn apart. Hand puppets in the baskets were the thing. Hand puppets? We were always bought new clothes when we weren't allowed to wear until Easter Sunday and told them not to get dirty. Oh, thank you. Thank you. They gave us a little treat. Oh, look, guys, look. It's a little warm arugula. It's warm. I want to eat it, but I can't. We're going to try. You don't even know how good this smells. He just walked out and gave me one. Oh my God, yes, the silly putty. Yo, you just blew my mind, Stoner Dan. Because it was in an egg. It was in an egg, right? It was that's super nice then. Super nice, and it's called Szabados Coffees and Fine Foods. It's on the corner. I'm going to tell you guys, it's on the corner of 86 and Broadway. This used to be a shop. And then it closed, and now it's redone. Now it's a little coffee shop, which I like. So we're going to go with them. I like the coffee is really good. But the Easter egg coloring event, yes, absolutely. You would do the Easter egg coloring event like a couple of days before Easter, because you always had to go to the Saturday prior to Easter to go get your eggs and your things blessed. Did anybody else do that? You had to go get them blessed. That was what we did. But anyway, so today I want to talk about the good, the best, and the worst candy of Easter. Now we're bringing it up from my era, okay, guys? Yes, yes, yes. I'm not 20. Candy today is not the same. I mean, it's stuff. People will remember it, I guess, and they'll reminisce about it. But we had a lot of good and bad candy. They still have Silly Putty. I don't think Silly Putty's the same anymore because we don't have comics. Silly Putty was all about the comic. You'd have to have your Sunday comics, your Silly Putty, and I don't know why we were obsessed with transferring the Silly Putty, the comic to the Silly Putty, and then stretching it out. Why? I do not know. I don't know. We were obsessed with it. You had to have the comics, the Sunday comics, to make it work. You just did. But anyway, so what I did is I thought, let's talk about the best and the worst candy, okay? Of course, what was in your basket? You always had Easter eggs. You always had a couple of hard-boiled eggs because they put them in there. And then you had all the little plastic eggs. That's what we do. I stay in Taylor when I visit my husband's uncle in Dearborn. Nice little suburb. Really? Taylor? Oh, I know what you're talking about. We never called it Taylor. It was always something Taylor. I can't remember what it was. And Blue Bubble. Yeah, because it's silly. You're right, Stoner Dan. But this was what was, let me see if I have it. Oh, I don't even know if I have a bag of it. It's so funny. That's the one thing. We're just going to talk about the one candy that nobody liked. Okay? The shitty jelly beans. Now, I'm talking about the jelly beans that were not the jelly beans that had good flavors. I'm talking about the real jelly beans. Like the only one you really wanted to eat was the red and the orange. Green was supposedly lime, but it never tasted like lime. White, we never really knew what that white was. Is it marshmallow ones? Then they came out with, oh my God, black jelly beans. I know, licorice. And only the really ancient old people that when I was little, that they were 90 years old, they would be 100 right now. 150 actually, probably something like that. But the jelly beans were awful. Then they came out with the magical in the 80s, the Jelly Bellies. Okay? And that was like, thank you, Ronald Reagan. Okay? And why do we say thank you, Ronald Reagan? Because he's the person who made Jelly Bellies famous. We wanted, oh, Jelly Belly popcorn flavor is the best. Who said that? Oh wait, I like popcorn flavor. Popcorn flavor jelly beans was the best. The popcorn flavor jelly bean is still my crack. I wish I could eat them. They make them sugar-free, but they don't make a whole bag of sugar-free Jelly Bellies that are popcorn flavored. That's the ones I want. A Spider-Man basket, and your niece wants a Barbie basket. Oh, I never got that. The Starburst jelly beans were good. Yes, they were. But jelly beans, those were the least favorite, I think, out of all the candy. They were the last ones eaten. Nobody was grabbing for the jelly beans, okay? But let's talk about the other ones that I think other people, do you guys remember these eggs? Do you remember these? They were like a mallow cream. It was like marshmallow, but not marshmallow. It was like sugar cream inside. Do you remember this? And they were a hard candy shell outside. Like, it wasn't crunchy, it was soft. Do you remember these? Do you remember those? Do you remember those bitches? Do you remember these things? You think you might be too young to have had those? Oh my God, Oscar, thank goodness. Adriana, you would never remember them. But those things were done by Brock's. And if anybody remembers any of this shit, this is like a Brock's candy. That's the stuff. Marie Bocca, oh my God, Karina remembers them. Remember? It's the plastic. The glass, the grass, this is all nestled. All your candy and your goods would be nestled in a bed of like fake cellophane grass. It was like shredded cellophane. And it just got everywhere. It was like if they could have added more plastic into it, I swear, those are gross. Come on. You know that you remember these if you know what I mean, okay? Hey, baby love. Good to see you again. We ate them. And then like when you bit into them and that mallow cream, you remember? Yes, I said that one earlier. That's the one I did. Yeah, the marshmallow kind of cream, right? But it was gritty. Like you literally could go with your teeth, rub your teeth together, and you could feel the sugar. You could feel the cavities growing when you had them. Legit. They would eat it and you would see it sticking out a day later. Oh my God, it was terrible. You only like the yeah. So that was, the Brock's stuff. And the Brock's candy, wait, y'all are gonna trip. You guys are all gonna trip out on this one. Okay, you ready? The Brock's candy, if anybody remembers this, I don't even know if they still have these around anywhere. I don't even know if Brock's is around. It has to be around. But they came from a display like this. Do you remember this? Do you guys remember this? The Pick-a-Mix? Remember that? Pick-a-Mix. You could mix in everything. You had to have that. That's why we are all diabetics. That's why we all got the beaties. We all got the beaties. By the pound. It was called their candy shop. But this is the one that I always remembered. And it was like Pick-a-Mix. And they would call it Pick-a-Mix. And you would go around and you'd have the little bag. And now this is before there were candy shops that sold the by the pound. Okay? Yes, I remember that too. See, I'm blowing y'all minds. I'm blowing your minds, okay? No, we're going to get into 2000s. Because 2000s, they had some good shit then. Now, back in the day, they didn't really have these. These were brand new. But then we have Hershey's chocolate for Easter. It was terrible. Oh, yeah. We used to go to Birchwood, made more in Port Huron, Michigan, to buy all of our stuff for... Oh, my God, Carl. Yeah, I know Port Huron very well. Oh, yeah. Economy Candy. We've been there. Economy Candy. We've been there. Yeah, Marie. Total flashback, right? I only remember the Brock's thing because it was like an era... Like your grandparents shopped that. We never did. But your grandparents did. They would go to I would go to the grocery store with my grandmother. And when she would go get her stuff, she would stop by that Brock's thing and she would, Angela, go pick out your favorites. And so I would go around trying to pick out stuff. You know what I mean? It was just a thing. I mean, literally, I was probably like 6, 7 years old. And I remember it to this day. Tell Joe I want to go to Astoria Fish Market. Oh my God. Yeah, that would be a joke. That would be funny. That would be funny. But the Brock's kiosk, everything. I mean, everything about this. The color, what is that? Why is it purple and pink? The colors? Come on. It was just like so crazy. And the bins, it was like you were supposed to be in a camp. Poor families always had the best user because people always donated. I don't know. We had candy. And then we would always get candy from aunts and uncles and, you know, grandparents and stuff. Now, I will say, and the centerpiece in every basket, what was the centerpiece of every Easter basket? Was the Easter Bunny. Your big piece of shaped chocolate, whatever it might be. Now, there was different varieties. These were very, very old. This is something like your great aunt would buy you, okay? It would be these like crazy looking ones where it didn't even taste like chocolate, okay? You remember those? Didn't even taste like anything. It was like chocolate flavored, okay? Chocolate flavored. If you had a solid bunny, now there was a hierarchy to the chocolate bunnies. If you had a, hey, Alaskan Care, we're talking about Easter candy. If you had a solid chocolate bunny, they spent a little bit of coin, just a little bit. Now it had to be chocolate. It couldn't be chocolate flavored because there's chocolate flavored candy and then there's chocolate. Oh yeah, Palmer's. Listen, that was my next one I was gonna say. And then there were the Palmer's bunnies that was bought at the local drugstore. The Palmer's chocolate. It was big fake bunny, but always ate the ears first, right? You would pretend it's milk chocolate, okay? You'd pretend. Well, here, Carl, we have a whole Easter bonnet parade. We do. And then, like back in the day, you would get the chocolate bunny. There was that kind of Palmer's bunny, but then there was this Palmer's bunny with the googly eyes. You would always get this bunny. You know what I mean? You'd get it and you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna eat it. It's not that great. But we know, now we all know this. This one came in lots of sizes. But if you got this bunny, right? If you got that bunny in your Easter basket, like a big one, you was bougie. You was a bougie person. You lived in a bougie riche. You was riche. Eat the eyes. He doesn't want to see what's coming next. Right, Darlene? You're like, I'll eat it, but I don't have to like it. It's sugar. You had money, right? You was bougie. You got the lint bunny in the gold wrapper with the red ribbon. Yeah, you was styling. You would like look at that bunny and be like, ooh. And if you had that bunny plus a lot of little of those bunnies, oh my God. Some things we never got up here. I think some things were universal, but I remember some brands are different. Yes, they will be different across things. I speak from the area of the Midwest United States. That's the Mama Terry bunny. Somebody spent money on that. On this, gotta eat it. Right? Alaskan Care. Karen, if we had that rabbit, it was not by our mom and dad. That was by like grandma or grandpa or something like that. Or, you know, that wasn't our parents that bought that. You got the, Lori Malore got those bunnies. There you go. Marshmallow and the pillow socks the next day. That was like, oh my God. Right? It was a Mama Terry bunny. I swear to God. Now something that I did like. Now, these were always in the basket too. Does anybody recognize these? No, these are the things we all broke our teeth on. The Jordan almonds. And the thing was, we liked how they looked, And I don't know why they were always in a basket for... No, there is no Mama Terry emoji. I will not give her that. But the Jordan almonds were always in there in a little bitty thing tied up. There was never an actual packet of them. It was like they must have come in a big bag because they were pastel colors. I went to Switzerland for her bunny. Oh my God. She went to Switzerland for her bunnies. Just so cute. This Mama Terry joke is going to go on forever. Oh my God. That emoji is Ange laughing, saying, I can't. I know. I'm so glad, Michele. I'm so glad I'm bringing you guys. Mama Terry was the chocolatier. Mama Terry was the one who inspired the bunnies. Yes, yes. Very good. Very good. And then the next one, guys. Jordan almonds. Why are they giving us this? We're breaking our teeth on those. And little kids don't like them. Now, do you guys remember these? These were like the mallow creams. It was like a paste of sugar, but colored. And then they formed them into shapes. And they were like little bunnies, little ducks, mallow creams. Remember those things? Yeah, yeah. And then, okay, now these, also by Brock's, but they had them by different companies too. I'll put it this way so you guys can maybe see it better. Wait, no, I don't want that. No. How do I do this? Okay. This. The malted egg. You remember the malt ball eggs? Remember the malt ball eggs? It was basically a malted ball, but colored and coated in candy shell. And I would take those. This is weird. I know this is a weird thing. Maybe my sisters did it with me. Karen, you can attest to this if you did it or not, because I can't remember, but I remember I did it. I would actually lick them because the color would come off, and I would use them as lipstick. And it would be like it would be the palest, creamy looking like lipstick on. I would just do this and mush it all over my lips because I was weird, okay? Robin's eggs, yes, the malted eggs were called Robin's eggs. Yes, they were called Robin's eggs. Do I even have a picture of the Robin's eggs? I gotta find it. No, I don't. And like once in a while, if you were super bougie, which I never received, but actually I had aunts who had these, and they would have these out. Do you guys remember these? Like these were super, super decorative, pure sugar, like royal icing, decorative eggs. And there would be scenes inside. Do you remember that? Do you remember those kind of things? And it was just purely hard. It was purely hard. I don't know if I can get a better picture of it like that, maybe. Yeah, remember that? They would give that to you and you'd be like, what? Am I gonna do that? Yeah, you couldn't eat them. You couldn't eat them. I'm taking this home for Josh. You couldn't eat them. The local candy, we're back. All the grandmothers had them. It must have been a prerequisite to be a Nana, right? But you would see those and you'd be like, you kind of wanted to eat them. It was like those decorations. It was made just like those decorations. When you would go to the grocery store, you know, and you bake a cake and you'd go to the frosting and the decoration section for the cake and you'd get like the piping icing. And then they would have these little placards of like the royal icing decorations that would be flowers or letters, and you could put those on the cake. Do you remember those? That's exactly what it was like. I would buy those. I would want my mom to buy those just so I could eat those. Yeah, they passed them down from Jen. It was like, it was very fancy. Oh, Karen, you're coming up on the one thing I was gonna say. Karen, get to work. My favorite, one of my favorites, the Peeps. The Peeps. I was a Peep person. I was a total Peep person. I still am to this. I wish they made them sugar-free. They don't. They can't make them sugar-free. But the Peep. And I think I grew to love the Peep more as I got older. Remember when Prince Charles married his second wife Camilla, had on it, she always wore was pink, and the cameras, has anybody been, haven't followed them forever. But the only way I like to eat the Peeps was frozen. That was me. I ate them frozen all the time. The Peeps for me was the biggest thing. But now I don't care for them. My husband just bought a pack of tropical punch Peeps. I have never known that they had flavors. Ours were just Peeps that were many different colors and shapes. Like, okay, the original was the little chick. And then they brought in the bunny. But it was the little chick and the bunny, and now they're like a million different shapes. Dr. Pepper ones, what? This tells you how long I've been out of the candy business. I haven't been in the candies. Put a Peep on a plate, microwave for 5 to 10 seconds. What? You loathe marshmallow? I loved marshmallow. I'm gonna tell you though, the other thing that was crazy for us, can you believe we're having a whole podcast about Easter candy? Because it's a real thing. Is anything that was shaped in an egg, if it was in the shape of an egg, it was in your basket. If they could put that candy in a shape of an egg, it was in your basket. You had so many different kinds of candy in an egg. You had the robin's eggs. Okay, those were like mothballs. You actually had the Hershey chocolate eggs, which were basically M&Ms, but on steroids. You remember those? The Hershey chocolate eggs, you could buy them, and they would be like the robin egg. They would be like this big, but they was shaped like an egg, hard candy. Oh, your Pepsi flavored lip balm, Dr. Pepper lip balm. Yeah, I know. Hey, Fox 1013, how are you? An Easter Bloody Mary. Yeah, well, now that's what we want. That's what we want now, for sure. Absolutely. An Easter Bloody Mary. But yeah, anything shaped in an egg. Hershey eggs and the beautiful pastel foil. I know, Lori. Bloody Caesar. Oh, by the way, I gotta tell you, the one thing we hated the most to get in there, because it felt, one, it felt wrong, and two, I don't need to be reminded of religion when I'm eating my Easter candy. This. The chocolate cross. Nobody wants a chocolate cross. Don't give me a chocolate cross. I don't want to be reminded that I have to go to confession while I'm eating my candy. Nobody wants that. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't care if they send it to you or they give it to you. Don't do it. But I'm going to tell you, the best, I love the hollow chocolate bunnies. My brother and I used to bite the heads off and mix chocolate. I have heard that. I've heard people do that. Yeah, it just, I don't feel right eating a cross, right? White chocolate crosses. I used to like white chocolate. Josh likes white chocolate. I guess it's good, which is just flavored. I don't know what it's flavored. It is cocoa. It has cocoa something in it. I don't know. I forgot about moonshot cross. So the chocolate crosses at Dollar Tree. Stop. Just eat. I've heard of the just the ears. I've seen that. I've actually seen just the ears too. Josh knows what's up. He did. Joe hates white chocolate. He would be like, what's the point? But everybody knows that the granddaddy, the king, the absolute epicness of Easter candy from childhood, and still is to this day, the chocolate peanut butter egg. That's it. It beat out the Cadbury eggs. The Cadbury eggs just confused us as children. We didn't understand the Cadbury eggs because the damn commercial showed a rabbit laying an egg. It effed us up really bad. A whole generation of children didn't understand if rabbits actually laid eggs. We didn't know what was going on. We just know that there was a commercial that showed a rabbit clucking and then leaving an egg. And then it looked like an egg. So it's like a cream egg with a yolk inside, but it was just colored sugar. But we were so confused. Hot cross buns. The absolute best. I never understood the Cadbury egg. It was just chocolate. But then there were these others ones. I think they were Brock's too. Everything was egg. And tell me if you remember this one. It was like the chocolate cream egg, and they still sell these, but they were flavored cream. And the one that I remember the most was maple nut. It looked kind of like, it was like a Cadbury, but it wasn't. It was like a Brock's flat, almost like, looked more rounded. It was more rounded. It was like half an egg. That's what it was. It was like half an egg, like half of a long egg. Like if you took an egg and cut it in half, you know, like for whatever. But they were cream, and they had maple nut. The coconut cream eggs, yeah, like that. They had the caramel ones too. A pregnant woman at work bought one and ended up eating the whole thing that afternoon. Her baby was doing somersaults the rest of it. Really? Strawberry cream ones. Remember all those cream eggs? And they would come in the wrapper, very similar to the peanut butter eggs, to the Reese's eggs. We all know Reese's eggs. But they would all be different flavors. And you would, they would be all like set up, and you'd have to pick out the ones that you liked. But the Reese's peanut butter egg came around when I was a child. And I'm gonna tell you, that is the granddaddy king egg ever. It was not even really like an egg. It was just kind of a amoeba of an egg. Oh, Russell Stover made the cream eggs. That's who it was. Russell, they still do. I've seen them. You had all of them? She said, I'm never doing that again. Oh my God. Let me tell you, yeah, those cream eggs were something else. We probably could find them today. It's so stupid. But I remember you would go buy the Reese's eggs. And I think the most that came in a pack, if you bought them flat, they were always flat. They always had to be flat. And it was like 6 or 8 eggs came in a pack, which was never enough. It was never enough. And then sometimes you'd get them, and then it would be a sleeve of them. And then you're like, ooh, a sleeve of those. Those things went down so easy. Josh loved them. Everybody loved them. And then they started on Easter. It started with Easter. Yes, you had the peanut butter cup. That was great. But the eggs were the perfect thing because it was completely smooth chocolate, and it was the perfect ratio. You remember? It was the perfect ratio. That's all I remember. I thought it was always good. Josh loved them. Do we do the candy now? Sometimes I buy a little bit, but not like we used to. It was insane. You never get Easter stuff anymore, but then I'm 65 and my mom's not here. The huge Reese's Bunny. Oh yeah, they came out with the Reese's Bunny, but nothing will ever beat the egg. I think out of all the Easter candy, that egg, no matter what, crosses generations, everything. People remember it. It's still going to this day. Yes, we have the chocolate bunny, but a chocolate bunny is a chocolate bunny. Either it's hollow, if it's solid, it's what it is. I think the biggest innovation of Easter candy was that Reese's egg. Just give me a box of Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies and I'm good. Oh, those were good too. Your parents still make up a little Easter bag? I love that. That is so cute. Juicy, the Easter bunny is happy spring hair. Yeah, it just is. Buy Easter candy now. After Easter, it's 50% off. I know. Hey, Cas Cat, we're talking Easter candy. But yeah. And I remember that we would eat a lot of those Easter eggs, those Reese's eggs. Like that was the thing. I even posted in the Discord. How many did you eat in a sitting? It wasn't one. Don't lie. Don't lie and tell me you guys ate one Easter Reese's egg. You know you had at least 2 because you got one just to get that taste, just to get the hit. And the second one was to savor. Good morning, Nancy Wilson. How are you? Rainbow eggs, that was gum. I don't remember those. We had a lot of crazy candy. But those ones that I kind of touched on are the ones that I kind of remembered. I'm sure if you guys have any candies that you guys remember that were really represented your Easter, or if you guys have photos, post them in the Discord. If you're, they got to get to Mount Sinai. Yeah, it kind of just yeah, that gets really loud. But like, hey, baby love, like we said, sirens got to hit in the live stream. That knows where you are. But yeah, or tell me about them in the comments. I would love to know. I think it's kind of cool because if you remember, Easter now is not the same as when we were children, and that's for every generation. I'm sure every generation says this, but for us, Easter was like probably the best holiday for kids in regards to the thing. You didn't have to be good. You didn't have to go beg for your candy. You woke up and the game was go find your Easter basket full of candy. Didn't have to do anything. And there wasn't even really great high expectations. You know what I mean? You didn't have this great expectation of like, here's my list for Christmas, you know, or who got the most candy, like Halloween. It was, the whole thing was find your Easter basket and get your candy. And there was always a giant Easter basket of extra candy because it didn't fit in yours. There was like the family Easter basket of candy. You know that, that's what it was. We loved it. Yeah, the sirens are always here. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I thought it was fun. Look at, I got a free little rugula for Josh and stuff. Yes, got dressed up and walked around the block to show off your outfits and baskets. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, Easter will be here. And Joe and I will, oh God, can we just all like cross our fingers, cross your toes? I don't know what else you need to do, but can we please all wish for good weather on Easter? So when we go to the Easter Bonnet Parade, it's not raining. Because every damn holiday so far, it's like threatening rain, and I can't deal with it anymore. So hopefully it doesn't rain this year, but we will be doing the Easter Bonnet Parade that will be taking place on 5th Avenue every year. It's always very cool. But you guys have a good Tuesday. Enjoy. I hope I gave you guys some fun memories to think about, maybe talk about with friends. That's what this podcast is about, strange conversation. It's just to pique your interest, just something that maybe you wouldn't have thought of today. So enjoy the day. Love you all. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you next time.